Welcome to part 5 of the playbook for Black sovereignty. Decentralization is the key to long-term success. Every successful Black empowerment movement in history has been targeted, infiltrated, and dismantled because it relied on centralized leadership, physical locations, or public-facing organizations. From the Black Panther Party to Marcus Garvey's UNIA, whenever a movement becomes too reliant on a single structure or leader, it becomes vulnerable to attack. Now let's talk about the solution. A movement that is leaderless, flexible, and built on independent networks is nearly impossible to dismantle. By removing single points of failure, the movement can grow indefinitely without being controlled or stopped by external forces. How centralized movements get destroyed. Targeted assassination or arrest of leaders. When movements rely on charismatic leaders, those individuals become the targets of the system. History shows that Black leaders are often jailed, exiled, or killed to disrupt movements. Agents infiltrate centralized organizations, turning members against each other through distrust, misinformation, and sabotage. They replace real leaders with controlled figures who weaken the movement from within. Centralized organizations are deplatformed, defunded, and discredited through media attacks. Bank accounts are frozen, donations blocked, and businesses shut down. Centralized movements are labeled as threats, leading to mass arrests and legal persecution. Organizations are banned, monitored, and criminalized under vague laws. Action Plan: building a decentralized Black sovereignty network. To ensure Black empowerment movements cannot be stopped, we must adopt decentralized strategies that allow for leaderless, adaptive, and self-sustaining growth. Step 1. Structure the movement as independent cells. Instead of one large organization, create independent local groups that follow the same principles but operate autonomously. Each cell should have multiple leaders to prevent a single point of failure. No single headquarters or central office. Each group should be able to function on its own. Step 2. Train and educate 5 people who train 5 more. The best way to spread knowledge is through exponential training. Each person who learns the strategies should teach 5 more, creating an unstoppable growth chain. This method ensures that knowledge is passed down even if digital or physical locations are compromised. Step 3. Use secure and redundant communication channels. Avoid reliance on centralized social media like Facebook, Instagram, and X. Instead, use encrypted messaging apps such as Signal, Session, and Matrix for secure discussions. Host critical information on decentralized platforms that cannot be taken down. Step 4. Develop parallel systems for essential needs. Use Black-owned or community-driven financial alternatives to avoid economic shutdowns. Build food networks and independent supply chains to ensure long-term self-sufficiency. Create mutual aid networks where members support each other financially, medically, and legally. Step 5. Make the movement adaptable and anonymous. Use anonymous and pseudonymous organizing tactics to avoid targeting. Never keep all data, leadership, or financial assets in one place. Encourage local autonomy, allowing groups to adjust strategies based on their unique challenges. Long-term goal: a self-sustaining, decentralized Black sovereignty network. Key principle: if a movement has no single leader, no central location, and no vulnerable point, it can never be stopped. The ultimate goal of decentralization is to create a Black sovereignty network that grows and evolves naturally, without depending on any one person, place, or system. Each Black community becomes its own hub of self-sufficiency. Knowledge is spread through exponential growth, making suppression impossible. Financial, digital, and infrastructure systems are parallel to mainstream ones. The movement can survive crises, economic attacks, and digital suppression. By executing these tangible steps, the movement transcends limitations and becomes a permanent force for Black empowerment worldwide. This playbook is designed to be executed, not just read. This is not just a document, it is a blueprint for action. The future of Black sovereignty depends on execution. Now is the time to build. Thank you for joining us. If you'd like a copy of this playbook, reply in the comments section. and there is no need to like and subscribe when you are building your own freedom.